Hi, my name is Jacqueline and I am a PhD candidate at the University of Connecticut in the United States. I'm presenting our paper, Not All Clicks Are Equal, where teens seek health information predicts Mediterranean diet adherence in Spain and the US, on behalf of our team, which is a collaboration between the University of Connecticut and the University of the Basque Country in Spain. This paper is part of a larger study supported by a U.S. Department of Agriculture Hatch grant through the University of Connecticut. So today for my presentation, I'm going to go over the background of this study. I'm going to go over our method, including our means of data collection, the measures that we used, how we analyzed the data, and our participant demographics. I'm going to discuss the results and then conclusions and implications of the findings of our study. So a little bit of background about this study. The paper that I'm presenting on is a sub-study as part of a larger research project addressing childhood obesity in the United States and Spain. Adolescent obesity is a critical global public health challenge and puts individuals at risk for serious health complications such as cardiovascular diseases, among others. The Mediterranean diet has been shown to have positive health benefits for alleviating obesity. The Mediterranean diet is a way of eating that emphasizes plant-based foods and healthy fats, including vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and fish, and limiting processed foods. It's the dietary regimen historically followed by populations living along the Mediterranean coast, like Spain. Given the positive health benefits of the Mediterranean diet and the dire situation of childhood obesity, there's an urgent need to evaluate the effectiveness of Mediterranean diet adherence among adolescents in Mediterranean versus non-Mediterranean countries, and to classify the factors and socio-ecological mechanisms to adherence during and post-pandemic. The present study investigated the online and offline sources that adolescents receive dietary information from and their actual healthy eating habits measured through Mediterranean diet adherence. As part of an IRB-approved study, participants were recruited through NetQuest earlier this year in 2025. NetQuest is a survey participation platform selected for its large user base, performance quality, and ethical compensation practices. Eligible participants were between the ages of 12 and 17 years old, received parental approval to participate in the study, and resided in Spain or the United States. Participants completed a 12-minute cross-sectional survey and were compensated for their time. Participants were asked about their healthy eating habits, operationalized as adherence to the Mediterranean diet, and health information seeking behaviors, operationalized as electronic device use and access, time on social media, and source of information. We used the KidMed 2.0 scale to assess healthy eating habits, and it was scored 0 to 12 and categorized as very low being less than 3, average being 4 to 7, and more than 8 being optimal. Device and social media time were recorded in bands, and because sources were multi-select, we estimated country stratified models with all sources entered simultaneously, proportional odds models with source and country interactions, and co-selection adjusted average marginal effects that changed each source from 0 to 1 while holding other sources at their observed values. We complemented these with Mantel-Hasnell pooled odds ratios for optimal KidMed and MCA maps by country. Robust SEs were used throughout. Here we have a table of demographics by country. We estimated a heteroskedasticity robust linear model predicting KidMed adherence from information sources including Google, Wikipedia, government websites, health professionals, family and friends, social media, and school, country between Spain and the United States, and their interactions, adjusting for child age and child biological sex. Selecting a health professional as an information source was associated with higher KidMed scores. Estimates for government websites were positive, but not statistically significant. And associations for other information sources were small and non-significant. No source by country interaction terms reached significance, suggesting a comparable association across Spain and the United States. The overall model fit was modest. So what do these findings mean for this body of scholarship? Our main finding is that who adolescents consult for health information matters more than how long they're online. And specifically, we found that healthcare providers were the greatest source of correct information that actually led to healthy eating habits. So we suggest that directing teens to clinician-anchored and official government websites may yield measurable gains in diet quality. We also have a few suggested actions, including amplifying official voices, integrating online fact checks and nutrition nudges, and targeting high-device youth with digital literacy interventions that prioritize seeking health information from verified sources. If you have any questions about this study or the larger study, or want to just talk to our lab, we really would welcome anyone to reach out. I've included my email here, and I'm happy to facilitate communication between the entire lab as a whole as well. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch our presentation. Thank you.